In just one step, get your hair clean, fully conditioned. No more fuss, just great-looking hair. Wash and go! Shampoo plus conditioner in one.
I'm Dr. Michael Resnick on mammography fears.
This medical news update is brought to you by Anacin, doctor recommended for pain relief.
Women have a tool that could save their lives, but they aren't using it. In fact, according to a new survey, nearly half have never had a mammogram. The major reasons cited were their doctor didn't suggest one. They didn't know they needed it, and the expense. But remember, regular mammograms could save 30% of breast cancer deaths. Now this.
You know how it is with arthritis. Some days there's pain, and some days there's pain. For relief, there's aspirin. And then there's aspirin, Anacin. When compared to regular aspirin, Anacin's aspirin formula has more medicine to relieve minor arthritis pain for hours.
That's not just relief. That's relief.
Anacin, not just relief, relief.
Just give me honest work at honest pay, honest sweat from honest play, and when I'm through, that's when I'll say, I want my clean as real as ivory. It's gotta be 99.44. I want my clean as real as ivory. Nothing less, nothing more.
If you're looking for the real clean you can only get from a pure soap, you want Ivory.
It's gotta be pure, that's for sure. I want my clean as real as ivory.
Hello, I'm Darlene McCarthy, and this is an invitation to join me and Jack Hines for the News at 10. We'll bring you up to date on all the local events, and we'll have live reports on all late-breaking stories. You'll get the latest in sports and the first look at tomorrow's weather. So join us for the News at 10, right here on Channel 56, and get to bed a little earlier tonight.
Dinner being late, little things like that, that's all it took.
I thought and hoped he would stop when I was pregnant, but he didn't.
I wasn't going to take another beating. I went to the courthouse. I didn't need a lawyer or money or anything. I had him ordered out of the house.
I'll tell you, no one's ever going to hit this child's mother again.
Find out about your rights. Call the Battered Women's Shelter in your area.
Good evening, I'm Jack Hines on our news at 10 tonight. 3 weeks to go in the current presidential campaign. Bush and Dukakis trading charges and counter-charges today. We'll have a report. Tonight's winning state lottery number 0084. Join us for the news at 10.
This program contains graphic scenes of violence and language which some may find offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Numbers like these, only 300 calories. Lean pockets, a meal, great taste when you have no time to waste. Get it, Lean Pockets. This is the nightmare we share. To be attacked by a total stranger, assaulted, robbed, raped, murdered, randomly, for nothing we have done. It can happen to any of us. Any place, any time, vulnerable and alone. Predator and prey. A violent crime occurs every 21 seconds in the United States. That makes us the most violent nation in the industrialized world. I'm Louis Gossett, Jr. Tonight, a behind-the-scenes look at stranger-to-stranger violent crime, aggravated assault, armed robbery, rape, and murder. What kind of people commit these crimes? Why do they do it? Each violent criminal was once a child who could have grown up to be a law-abiding member of society. But they didn't. Something went wrong. Horribly wrong.
Aggravated assault. An unlawful attack by one person upon another for the purpose of inflicting severe or aggravated bodily injury. An aggravated assault occurs every 38 seconds in the United States. It is the fastest growing violent crime in the nation. More than 1.5 million victims last year. 71% of those arrested for violent crime had committed aggravated assault. The cost to society is staggering. The victims pay in blood, pain, and suffering. George Williams, Jr., age 26. Most recent crime, aggravated assault. Kimberly Minor, age 26, victim of the assault committed by George Williams, Jr. George's mother was only 16 years old when she gave birth to him. He barely knew his father, who died when George was 4. Williams has a professional boxer's license. He showed promise as a fighter until drugs and crime ended his career in the ring. He is a habitual, violent criminal.
I think Mr. Williams is your classical generic inmate who is basically an antisocial personality disorder. This used to be called a psychopathic personality. And he is representative of much of the population in a custody setting such as this at Chino.
I got burglaries, I got robberies, I got a sodomy, I got 2 attempted rape, assault. The only crime I haven't committed is murder.
The hallmark of an antisocial personality is a person who will, without much seeming need, violate the rights of others. And if you add aggression to that, he's willing to destroy health, property, lives.
If I approached a guy with a bat and I said, take off that watch and that gold chain, if he didn't, I would whop him. I say, now give it here. If he didn't, I'd whop him again until he gave it to me. Or until he was unconscious, then I'd take it.
He really doesn't know how to put himself in the place of another person who's being injured by behavior such as his.
His eye can be busted, his ear can be busted, his mouth can be busted. I don't care. He's gonna get hurt. So I break him down and continue beating him and choking him and stuff.
Kimberly Minor was 5 months pregnant when attacked by George Williams.
Thank you. Hello. How are you today? That's good. What's your name? Dion. Dion? You want to get a haircut? Yeah. Does your mommy know you want to get a haircut? Yeah. Okay. What kind of haircut you want to get? I like people. I like giving the attention to people, making them sit there and making them love me. And they have to accept it because they're in my chair. So that's what pretty much I like about it, and I like the art of it.
Kimberly and her mother eagerly anticipate the birth of Kimberly's first child.
You know what? Boys are least expensive. When you get a little boy, you can throw some jeans on him and sneakers and, you know, get his hair cut once a month or so, and hey, you got it. But girls, you got to go the whole bit with ribbons and barrettes and slips and lacy panties and stuff like that. The little girl would be cute, though. Look like you.
What do you think about...
Your mama a little fat.
No, I never thought I would be a victim of a violent criminal attack. I always thought I could talk somebody out of not hurting me or be able to, you know, save them, save them from doing wrong, you know. It never dawned on me that I would be hurt.
Kimberly was attacked by George Williams on April 27, 1987, shortly after she left a Mexican takeout restaurant.
I went inside and got a burrito and a soda, and it came back out.
I see her coming out of Ramona's with the food in her hand. So I run over there and I said, give me the keys to your car.
And I said, give me my keys. I said, for what? And he said, just give me your keys, do what I say.
And she said, oh, what's wrong with you? I said, shut up, and you stupid whoop-de-whoop.
I said, don't hurt me. I said, I got to go pick up my little sister from school. You don't really want to do this, do you? No, and he's just constantly saying, give me your keys.
You better do what I say and give me what I want. Because I'm serious. I'll hurt you if you don't give it to me.
So I just start hollering for help.
So I hit her with the brick. I hit her right here with the brick.
He had no mercy, you know. And I had told him, I said, you don't want to hurt me. I said, I'm having a baby. And he says, I don't care.
So I punched her. I punched her in the side. Boom.
The pain is still there. And the shock is still there. And the fear of my baby, you know, I have to wait till my baby gets here before I know exactly, you know, if everything's going to be all right. Just wish it didn't have to happen to me.
Only one photograph remains from George's childhood. It raises an immediate question. Why did this smiling 11-year-old become a chronic violent criminal?
He didn't have a father or anything like that that he could, you know, confide in. So, a woman can do certain things, you know, I mean, and then certain points a father should take up, and he didn't have it.
My dad was gone. Can't nobody take that place. Can't nobody take the place of my father.
I came up as, okay, I left home when I was around 15 years old. Okay, so I was the kid. I didn't know anything to do, you know, to raise my babies except for go out there and get in the fast lane. I did that, and I did it good.
I've seen my mother use drugs. I've seen her shoot drugs in her veins. I've seen this. I've opened doors when I wasn't supposed to open doors, when I was supposed to knock.
I was selling heroin, selling cocaine. I used to clear about $2,000-3,000 a day, you know. Yes. So, hell, I thought that's all it was, you know, I mean, make money, you know. I know it was my responsibility to take care of my children.
He saw us going in and out of jail. Okay, now, we moved from place to place, motel to motel, Holiday Inn, you name it, you know, and we didn't live there, and we would drag them along with us a lot of times. Keep the heat off the house.
I know how to cook the dope up, how to put the cotton in it, how to tie my arm up and shoot it up. Now, I knew how to do this when I was 13 years old.
I was using it, you know, and it didn't cost me anything because I had it.
Whenever he gets under the influence, he thinks about that and he wants revenge, not just from his mother, but from anybody he can get it from. So that's why I feel like he robs and hit people in the head with bricks, snatch purses, whatever he's done in his life. I think it mainly started at home.
He started to run with wrong crowds and things, and when he was about 15, 14. And half the time he'd go off on his own, you know.
I was in that atmosphere. I used to hang with people. That's all they used to do was crimes. That's all we used to do was doing something wrong. I'd go in the store. I'd have money in my pocket. And instead, I would still want to take it. You know, I had money, you know, $3-4, you know, 50 cents a quarter. I had money to get what I want, but instead, I would want to take it.
George leaving home as young as he did and things like that, we didn't have too much time to, you know, to really, we're close, but I don't know. We didn't have the time that we really needed, you know. Something just snatched that away, I guess, you know.
And we got a lot of material things, you know, but one thing that was missing was love.
Well, I gave George a lot of toys and money and, you know, things like that. When maybe I should have just took him in my arms, you know, and you know, because like my daughter, she's real affectionate, you know, and so a lot of times a hug and, a touch it means more than maybe $1 or $2.
It's like she told me one time, she said, I wish I wouldn't have never gave you life. I should have cut your throat when you came out of me, you know. And that's something that stuck in me, that put a ring around my heart.
That's life. I did. And maybe I stepped on mine, you know, too. Like my son, maybe I hurt him. You know, sometimes when you start too fast, too soon, you know, you hurt yourself and then you hurt people around you. You know, I can deal with that. I don't have to, we got to make condolences with, you know.
After assaulting Kimberly, Williams stole her car, crashed it, and was apprehended near the scene of the crime. He is serving 2 years. We arranged for George to tell Kimberly how he felt about the crime on videotape.
Kimberly, I'm sorry for what I did. And please forgive me. I was wrong in every aspect for what I did to you and your upcoming child. I'm sorry. I mean, I was in the wrong frame of mind, but that is no excuse for doing something to a person such as yourself. You know, it's wrong what I did to you. And I'm not just telling you this because this camera is sitting here. I'm telling you this because I'm sincere and I really would like for you to forgive me because I know I was guilty and I was wrong.
I would describe him as a pitiful person. A person who was lonely and desperate and just sad. A ball of hurt, a ball of anger and a ball of hurt. And I do forgive you, and I hope that God forgive you.
I would like to think if the circumstances were different, he was not locked up, would he feel the same? If he had gotten away, set free.
George Williams, Jr. will be released within the next 16 months.